It's your host, Nikki. Bring you the latest and trending topics. And I can't stand this mofo right here. I cannot stand him. He is so ignorant. But we going to get into it. I'm waiting for people to load up in the room. And then I'm going to go in. 'Cause, like, people need to grow up. Woo! Hey, Michelle. What's up? Let me see. Yeah, I was on mute because I was saying something to my daughter. All right, y'all. I hope y'all having a beautiful day so far. Mine has been busy, full fledged at work. Okay. But I want to get into this Boosie walks out on the Color Purple movie because it was promoted by LGBTQ. Okay. Okay, good. This dude is homophobic and he's ignorant. Period. He's been trying to push his homophobic agenda. Here's my thing. To each his own. Everybody have a right to believe in what they want. But this situation right here is just pure ignorance. All right. And let me explain why. Look, I've been watching The Color Purple from the original. I read the book and everything. And remember when I gave my review of The Color Purple? I said it was more closer to the book. They really got into the details of the affair between Suge Avery and Miss Silly. All right. But anybody who know, and he old enough to know the original Color Purple. All right, back when it was originally made in the 80s, that's not something that they was gonna advertise on the big movie screen. They wasn't gonna promote anything to do with homosexuality or lesbianism. All right, but the book detailed it extensively. All right. Then when they did the Broadway play, it also touched on the lesbian affair between Suge Avery and Miss Celie. All right. But even if you look at the original, there is a scene where Suge Avery is trying to teach Miss Celie about love and gentle touch, and they kiss, right? So you got to be living under a rock if you ain't know this was not in the movie or insinuated in the movie. So he has to post that he walked out and he decides to tweet. I had to walk out this Color Purple movie, and two other older couples walked out also because I had my little girls with me, and it seemed like a love story. Good acting, but whoever wrote the script is pushing the narrative hard. As a parent, I will not let my little girl watch this film. This is coming from a man who one of his children is a lesbian. This is coming from a man where he has broken relationships with most of his children. And I feel like this, maybe you need to focus on building your bonds with your children as opposed to worrying about everybody's sexuality. He is so ignorant, Michelle. It's just baffled me why they let this man have a platform. And let's not forget, this man is cased up by the feds. Google it. Google it. But I just think he's just ignorant. He's ignorant. Like I said, to each his own. You don't have to believe in that for yourself personally. But in the world, this is people that like that lifestyle, including one of his children. Okay? Including one of his children. And like, sir, maybe you need to look how maybe your homophobia pushed your child to explore. I'm just saying, we live in a world where you don't have to live that lifestyle if that's not what your personal belief is. But also, it is not your place to judge. And I'm sorry, you have to be living under a rock if you didn't know that there was a lesbian love affair between Suge Avery and Miss Silly. Mr. treated them both so bad that they decided to become lovers. And I just wanted to make comment about this. I always feel like Bossie is ignorant in a lot of what he says. That's why I don't report on him a lot. But this right here, sir, this not cool. This not cool. And I just think people misunderstand, like, belief system, and it's not our place to judge. God will judge those people. If it's so wrong, leave it up to God to judge. Them people gonna have to answer for what they did. Just like you gonna have to answer for what they did. But this my thing. I want to know. You so homophobic. I bet you he'll be the same ignorant one being down to have a threesome with 2 women. The double standard. It's okay as long as he benefit from it. It's the double standard for me. And I'm just like, quite frankly, Bootsy, let's talk about your federal case. How's that going? How's that working out for you, sir? Let me see. Hold on. Hey, Shay Bean. And that's what I think it is. Like, I'm not a same sex girl. I'm heterosexual or whatever. But like, I don't care who people sleep with. That's not my business. That's not my place to judge. And I just feel like people like him, homophobic people like him, they are more so judging. Like, but he'll be the same one to be in a threesome. I mean, do you see how many kids he have? Like, we could judge him based off that. You got this so-called core belief system. But you got all these baby mama. So it just gives me hypocrite. It just really gives me hypocrite, and I just feel like he really lives by a double standard, and I don't feel like he needed to announce this. If he wanted to walk out the movie, that's his personal choice, but we did not need a tweet. And it's just like, it's like he's just so offensive to me, especially when you have children that are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Like, it's just like, grow, sir, grow. You need some growth. I was immediately disgusted. And I was just glad that we live in a time now that you could be honest, and that's why they updated it. You know what I mean? Like, but if anybody knows, the original book detailed a lesbian love affair between Suge Avery and Miss Silly. And this is back in the 1900s. This took place, okay? Why is isn't this stuff working? Why isn't this stuff? I think my computer frozen. So I just think he's very ignorant. I think he's homophobic. That is my opinion. And it's just like, sir, what's up with your case? You want to judge all these people? Like, you walked out, but you already paid your money. And I'm just sorry, guys. You had to be living under a rock if you didn't know that there was a lesbian love affair between Suge Avery and Miss Silly. Even from the original movie, it insinuated. And I just think he's the most ignorant person. And why, like, people value his opinion, I just don't even get it. His kids are a mess. He's a mess. Let's see. Bootsy Badass Fed case. And of course you've cased up. You be sitting on Vlad TV like an idiot. Yeah, he out on bond right now on $100,000 bond. Trust me, people are allowed to believe what they want to believe in, but you don't get to project your ignorance and judge other people, if that makes any sense. That judgment is not yours. Judgment, people will have to answer to God in their own time. I just think it's ignorant, and he just trying to be relevant. I really, really do. Alright, so Bootsy is a free man after posting a $100,000 bond in his federal Papal case Friday night. And we caught him happy as a calm as he left a California lockup. The rapper was photographed seated in the backseat of an SUV following his Friday night release from Metropolitan Correctional Facility in San Diego. He take things as a joke, but like, how would he like it if we judged him? But they coming for him. They trying to keep him behind bars. He was arrested by alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agent and charged in an indictment with being a felon in possession of a weapon. So instead of judging this movie, sir, you need to learn the laws of your land. Period. And I just wanted to give my thoughts briefly on this Knotty crew. I just feel like he's ignorant at this point. He's very homophobic. And I'm over him. Just like what this is the people they make famous. Like, I just really feel like this is why people don't respect America. Because of ignorant people like him. Look, I don't judge people for who they choose to partner with in their bed. And it's not my place to judge. It just really isn't. And everybody has their path. And everybody will have their day to answer the Lord above. Period. It's not my place. But it's given like he's suppressing something going on with himself. Because usually when people be so against homosexuality and lesbian relationships and things like that, they probably trying to hide something themselves. I'm just saying. They not sure about what their current... I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm trying to close out for lunch. So yeah, you guys. That's that on that. I think he ignorant and I think he homophobic. I don't like it shoved in my face one way or another, but you know, as human beings, we need to respect one another and what each other believes. You know, that one person may not agree with the way I live my life. You know what I mean? But it's not their place to judge. And I'm just sorry, you had to be living under a rock if you did not know what the color purple was about. So I just really feel like he just trying to say anything to be relevant at this point. And I just don't like it. Like, where? Let me see. I thought I had a post of his daughter. Because they were saying she sounds just like him. And it's just like, sir, maybe because of the way you pushing your agenda, maybe that's why your daughter. But he needs to understand whenever he speaks out like this, he's disrespecting his kids that are part of the LGBTQ. I don't know what is wrong with my system. It just won't respond. Trying to close out everything. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. I'm going to just close this out. Here we go. This Bossie daughter Poison Ivy on coming out to her dad.
97 out of the box. Good morning, H-Town. Okay, that's all I'm going to say out here. Poison Ivy, thank you so much for dropping by the morning show. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
And we're super excited for what's about to come. You raw for real, so we know it's going to go up for real.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, H-Town. Keep your back just like your local Houston BMW Center Studios. Got a special guest here today. Mac is super excited about this guest today.
Oh, man, I feel like this is family. I do. Yeah, Poison Ivy. I mean, she has been making the rounds on social media.
Yeah, for sure.
She did a freestyle that went viral. It was incredible. And now we have her here.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You so tired this morning?
Yeah, I'm very tired this morning.
What did you do yesterday?
What did I do yesterday? What yesterday was?
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
I didn't really do nothing. My body just tired. I go to bed late. That's what it is.
Okay.
I go to bed late.
I gotta ask, what is this be representing on your chain?
My daddy gave it to me for my 17th birthday. Badass Music Syndicate. That's his label. Boosie Badass.
Okay.
V-chain with the crown.
It was really nice.
Thank
I remember when I first, your dad always talked about his kids. He loves his kids, obviously. But I remember when you had got like 100K for your birthday.
50K.
It was 50K.
I got 50K. I wish it was 100K, but I got 50K.
Listen, how old were you when you gave me 50K?
20.
When you turned 20. You're 21 now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what did you do with that 50K?
I put it in safe deposit box.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You been saving money all your life?
Not all my life, but I learned eventually.
So is it true that your dad would have you guys clean up the yards and stuff, like what he shows on social media? Was y'all really doing that?
Not me, but my little sister. Not me.
She said,
Not me.
And you're the oldest, so how hard is it being the oldest of all of his kids?
I don't think it's not really hard. I think it's just a responsibility that I like. I enjoy it more than thinking it's like hard, you know? I don't really think it's that hard.
When did you know you really could like spit though? Like you could really rap?
Since I ain't lying, since about 8 years old.
8 years old? Come on now.
I swear. Ever since I dropped Daughter of a King and Queen, I was like, I'm pressure. And I always like rapping. And I've been watching my dad in the studio. So like,
okay,
I know I can be good.
Do you write your lyrics?
I write my own lyrics. And
okay.
Makes me that.
Quit playing with her.
Like own lyrics.
So let me ask you this: like, what's your situation as far as like label or are you independent? Like, what are you doing? Or what do you want
to? And then he came and got it all back. So that point comes with putting your faith in God and believing in God because it should be.
When you say your dad, when he went to jail and everything went downhill, how did it go downhill? Were you guys not set up, or it's just like you didn't have your father in your life?
We still was set up, but you know, it's going from like a 3-storage house to 2-bedroom house. 745 Benz to Honda.
I'm trying to get to the part.
And I like his lifestyle G-Mix.
Okay.
As a 21-year-old,
I'm getting that money.
The hardest thing for you to really like talk to your dad about? Like, what's been the hardest thing for you? Like, as being a 21-year-old young adult.
Is it your girlfriend over here?
It's definitely that. I think because we never really had an actually serious talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, we never really sat down and had a like why you like girls. So we never had a serious conversation about that. And I'm kind of getting to the point to where I don't really care too heavy.
Do you think now you feel like, okay, I'm free, I can actually like be who I am? Like, once I have my dad's approval, once I have my mom's approval, like screw what everybody else in the world says about me.
Right. And it's not even, it's like I respect my mom and dad and their approval, but it's like I'm grown. Like I can't even cap, like I'm grown, so like.
And that's what I like in that rap song, cause you mentioned your boo in the rap song, and I'm like, oh.
Look, his way of acknowledging that she's with a same sex is to ignore it, which is the wrong thing to do. You know, no matter who my daughters choose to love, I'm gonna embrace them regardless. Only thing that matters to me is that they're happy in a healthy relationship. People just need to stop being so judgmental. I'm over it. I'm so over it, and this is why we have a down low culture, because of the thinking like people like Bootsy. You know what I mean? If it's not you, why do you care so much? So I'm gonna leave it there, Knotty Crew. I just think he's really an ignorant person, and I just choose not to waste any more time on him. Let's leave it in the comments. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. And I will be back probably this evening. Yeah, it is old school thinking, Michelle. It definitely is old school thinking. But at some point, you got to expand. Yes, you know what I mean? The world is changing. The world is evolving. And you just have to understand that we live in a different world. And these young folks are living a different lifestyle. They're living like open, sexually liberal type of lifestyle now. It's risky if you ask me, but like his daughter sounds like she's of sound mind. Yeah, expand your brain already. It's just not cool. And I just feel like by him insulting this movie, he is insulting his daughter, Poison Ivy. So why don't we just focus on your children loving thy neighbor and learning how to treat people with dignity and respect. And whoever they choose to love intimately, let's just support them. That's it. Like, you're not gonna do, you can't help who you attracted to. So and some people just attracted to the same sex. Like, that's all I got, 90 Crew. I just think it was real ignorant, and I still feel like it's ignorant because, like, everybody knows what The Color Purple is about. You cannot tell me you ain't know what The Color Purple was about. But I swear, I might send Bootsy a message like, let me tell you something. You so against LGBT plus. Are you against threesomes? I want to hear his answer. So I'm going to go finish out my lunch. Knotty crew, I appreciate y'all joining me. I'm out. 1.